Chicken wings for supper. There you go. They're already battered up and ready to go. Well, I don't really use batter. Here's what I use. Get a plastic bag. In the plastic bag, put half a cup of baking powder, half a cup of all-purpose flour. And to that, add these spices. A good shake from each one of these. I'm going slow so you can see what I got here. I'm not going to read all this out. By the way, that pinto bean mix is really good in pinto beans. And any of the spices that say BADIA are in the Hispanic section of your grocery store, and they're priced very low. You don't have to pay high prices for spices. So a good shake from each of these, and some salt and pepper. Go in the bag with the chicken wings. And you put it in an oven at 425 preheated. You cook it for 20 minutes. And you turn the wings over. And then cook it 20 minutes more. And they're done. And always use non-stick foil on your cookie sheets. It's going to make cleanup so easy. I use that right there. That's great stuff. I do any cooking except for cupcakes and muffins. I'm using this. You don't use it on a stovetop, but you can use it in an oven. You can put it under cookies. You can put it in casserole dishes. You can put it in square brownie pans, muffin, cornbread pans, whatever. You just can't use it in muffin cups. Maybe they'll come out with non-stick muffin cups sometime. But that's great stuff. I love it. And that's my chicken wings. I'm getting ready to put them in the oven. Oop, there goes my big fat finger. And oven's preheated. And here we go. Bam! Ah. In there, in there, in there, in there. Door shut. 20 minutes timer. And now I'll wait 20 minutes. And when that 20 minutes is up, I turn them over. They will be crispy. They will not be greasy. I do not have to fry them. They're just wonderful. And by the way, these red copper things here, these red copper pans, they are great. They are great. You can burn the you-know-what out of anything in that pan, and it'll just wipe right out. I know, because I watched my husband burn some stuff. He put olive oil and butter together or something. I don't know what it was. It burned. It was a nasty looking stain. He used dish soap and a dish rag, washed it right out. So yeah, they're worth it. And you can find a good variety of those at Walmart. I've not been able to find them except in the form of a big dish at Target, the big square kind. And I like the skillets. I've not seen them in Costco, so I don't know what the deal is there because they're just fine. This is a big one, and I also have two little ones, and I love them. But yeah, here are your spices. Here are your spices. Cumin, onion, cayenne, chili, garlic salt, adobo. You've got to have adobo. Red pepper, pinto bean seasoning, paprika, and salt and pepper. And that goes on in a bag with baking powder and all-purpose flour. Cook it 20 minutes, then turn it over. And that's all you got to have for great wings. And cook a little extra. Have leftover wings the next day. That's what I do. Thank you all.
People as well, at least 13 other victims. Police tell us they have looked into those claims, but so far have found no evidence to support them. In Cleveland, Ohio, Emily Brown, ABC News.
A young Wisconsin woman who hit that car that crossed the center line, crossed the median on I-40 last week, is speaking out. The car that caused the accident caught fire, the driver and one of her children are still in a burn unit, and the woman's 11-year-old son died in that crash. Ed Crump spoke to the woman in the oncoming car who's still wondering why the accident even happened.
At the scene of the fiery crash that left so many injured and an 11-year-old boy dead, one driver managed to walk away with bumps and bruises.
I'm very lucky.
But Caitlin Brundage's mother wasn't so lucky. The 48-year-old suffered numerous broken bones and had to be extracted from the car. Today, she had surgery on a shattered thigh bone.
I'm always concerned about my mom. I don't really have time to be concerned about, my own emotions because I'm so distracted by making sure my mother's okay.
But make no mistake, the 20-year-old is emotional about what happened. By the time she saw the Nissan pushed across the median and into her path by the car behind it, it was too late.
I just see a car coming across the median and I don't have time to react. I just kind of hit it full force.
It's still not clear why the Nissan's driver slowed to pull into the median, so a week later, Brundage has more questions than answers.
There's all kinds of things that just kind of go through my mind right now as to why this happened.
There was an exit just 2 miles up the interstate where the Nissan's driver could have turned around. Brundage wonders whether she had some sort of emergency or was distracted by something. But in the end, she knows no one intended for the tragedy to happen.
There are mixed emotions, but it's mainly just grief for the other family. This was honestly an accident.
Coming up at 6, another exclusive interview, this time with Brundage's father, who rushed here to the scene and then watched as his wife was cut out of their car right here on I-40 in Johnston County. Ed Crump, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Ed, thank you. Now to a developing story. What may be the end of the UNC sports agent investigation. It began with football players being lured with cash and gifts.